Graduates, go on. Hey, everybody. Let me show my face a bit. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Big up yourself, big up yourself. I wonder where my wrenches are. I wonder where my wrenches are. No, they over the comments. You think me no know? Why? Good evening, good afternoon, Andrew. Big up yourself, Faith Bell, Ashley Bell, Annette Roberts, Professor Gorgeous Lady. What's going on? Barbara Finley, good evening. Audrey Cameron, good evening. Yes, indeed. Please to like up the live as you're coming. We have a few things we're going to talk about, you know. We have a few things we're going to talk about, people, because we don't know social media burn up right now. Big up, big up, big up, Misty. I see you. Stacy McDonald. Big up yourself, big up yourself. Brenda, good afternoon. Sandra, good afternoon. This is going to be a different kind of life. Andrea Stewart, big up yourself. Lynn Emmanuel, what's up? Angie Scott Simpson. Hola, blessed love to you too, Andreen Harris. As always, enough respect. Good evening. Hi, Hopi. What's up? Hmm. Let me tell you something. I don't know how many of you are in tune. Hi, Survivor's Hands, with all the drama that's going on over on Facebook. But I'm gonna say my 2 cents on it because it no look like it a go done for now. Um, so hands up if you are aware of what's going on Facebook with Kia. Now, those of you who are my original graduates will know that I have been posting stuff about Kia a long time, from the issue with Kevin and the Yankers versus the Rankers. I have been posting about the issues in Trinidad for some time. So Kia is not a strange character to me. Hey, Angela. Hey, George. Big up yourself. Kia is not a strange character to me at all. And um, YMK and Kia are going at it on social media. Um, big up yourself, Carrie. Carry you. Sister Yvette, big up yourself. So, for those of you who are unaware of the story, essentially YMK he went to Trinidad for Carnival, and when he went to Trinidad for Carnival, a situation took place where his partner, his husband, got arrested, and he got arrested for some altercation with the police. Now, I am aware of it. Yes, indeed, when a business in our fall fights, but we are going to talk because a blog, we are blog, and nobody can stop we from talk. You understand? Yes. So, um, his husband got arrested in Trinidad for an altercation with the police, and they didn't know, plainclothes police were in at the dance too, and them kick off with them and etc. And apparently it was Kazim's friend. So Kazim is YMK's partner. It was Kazim's friend who started the whole thing, or kicked off the whole thing with these plainclothes police. And Kazim, being the sweetheart that he is, went in to help protect his friend. So the whole fight kicked off, and it resulted in his arrest. Anyway, YMK found out about that while he was on live. I actually went back and looked at that live. He came out in, really upset about the fact that his husband has gotten arrested. It was about defending a friend. He's not for that life. He doesn't believe that his husband should have done that. So he did a whole live on that. Okay. Um, that said and done. Okay, fine. He's got his opinion. Then he came out again, and he was basically dragging the friend, and and saying that the friend is bad company. I'm summarizing here, guys. I'm summarizing. Okay, I'm summarizing. Tell me the story, all right? Here now, do not insult. Now you make me know, Chris. Yes. So anyway, the the friend him drag the friend and said the friend is no good and him is bad company and him a dry husband in a things and him not appreciate that and that him husband need to stand up on him foot and stop for a friend and stop with this kind of life where him feel say him have to defend friend because when bangarang hits our husband have to step forward and do the things them. All right, okay. Anyway, so after that, no. It look like say me no know how Kia name go call Arwa or whether Kia name call because Kia is a trans character and Kia is listen, Kia is known as Hamil. That's her male name, but the female name is Kia, right? And when my telling us say that Kia can hung and Kia can drag. Listen, it is not somebody I would want to get into no bacchanal with at all. Mm-mm. And listen, hats off to the Trinis because me can't cuss like no. If me in a one cuss with a Trini, a weapons me a draw for. Son, my mouth cannot keep up, right? It's gonna just be a fight. So anyway, Kia come out now, and Kia decide that she's gonna get involved because she is familiar. She knows YMK is Chris's husband. She knows Kevin. Them used to roll back in the days. And them have an understanding of each other's personalities and relationship. People, say me did hope and pray that once Kia come out and say the things that me hope and pray say Chris never answer. Me hope and pray say Chris never look. Cause me know say when Kia ready, Kia go drag for days. It's not go done. Kia gonna drag for days. Hey Tammy, Kia gonna drag for days. She is just like that. You understand? And the only person that could have counteracted Kia and probably win, or definitely win a River Witch. So Trinis, you know what I'm talking about. The Yankers, right? Because the Yankers don't play. So, for those of you who know the Plankatarians, the Yankers are like the Plankatarians, right? But I think they're kind of 10 times worse. You understand? Because when them decide that them are comfy on social media, is a level of cyberbullying that you will never experience in your life. You don't want to be at the receiving end of that. But their leader, the Yank boss, has passed. He passed in tragic circumstances. Now, where Kia is concerned, they had a lot to say about Kia. Lots of people suspected that Kia had something to do with it, etc., etc. You understand? But there's a part of me that feel like she don't really have anything to do with it, but she may know stuff, right? Anyway, so Kia is not one to play with. Does everybody know who Kia is? I'm gonna show you Kia. Let me show you who Kia is. Hold on. Yeah, when I say Kia is a trans, but Kia is a very beautiful trans and is a trans that could a trick a whole heap of man if you're not careful. You understand? She's stunning. So hold up. Let me show you Kia. I'm gonna show you Kia, right? Let me show y'all who Kia is. Hold on. Let me show you Kia. See Kia here? Kia pretty, 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 pretty shit. Let me show you. See Kia? Okay? That's Kia. You see her? She fine, right? Very fine, fine, fine. Let me hide this. Yeah. Kia tan good, right? Okay. So that's Kia. You understand? That's Kia. You understand? So Kia come out and Kia is dragging 4 days and she ain't gonna stop. So I was hoping that YMK, aka Chris, would not look, would not respond. But I'm gonna say this. You see, on social media, the biggest problem that a lot of you platform holders have, a lot of you influencers have, is oversharing. Wanna tell too much, wanna share too much. There's too much off air conversations. Too many people have access to you. Too much is going out into the public. And uno know say, me not hesitate for talk my mind, cause nobody can control me, you know. Me can't tame certain ways. You know this. And when I listened to Kia, because I've been listening to Kia for time, been listening to Kia, okay? I've been following Kia and posting her. So me listening to Kia now is nothing strange. So nobody not come to me and say, but if you like Chris, you shouldn't be listening to Kia. I've been listening to Kia. I'm a blogger, okay? So when I listen to Kia and listen to the things that Kia is saying, okay, I think some of it is embellished a bit, but fundamentally, a lot of the things that Kia is saying is true. A lot of the things she's saying is true. Go vex. Okay, you know, say, I graduate, we say over here, so. What I'm going to say is this. You see, when it comes to things that going on in your household, things that are going on with your man, your woman, your pitney, don't bring it to social media. Because the moment you bring it to social media, it becomes everybody's business. The moment you bring your personal affairs to social media, it becomes everybody's business. Social media is a public space. You understand? And a lot of the things that content creators or influencers do out here does not need to be shared to the public. Now, in Chris's defense, that is his personality. He talk anytime something that bother him, it have to come out. It have to come out. Him go on him platform, him go on himself, him talk to him people him, and this is what his people like. They like that about him. But not because your particular followers like it about you means that it does not provide ammunition to those who don't like you. And when you provide ammunition for people who don't like you to use, they are not playing chess. You play draft. You understand? And there are levels to the things out here. People out here will drag you for what you look like. Then we drag you for your house. Then we drag you for your condition. That are the superficial things. Anybody them surround you, they might have drag too. But when them can drag you about the nitty gritty details of your life and the things that you brought to your own platform to share, then you have given the ammunition to the enemy. And when it is that followers and subscribers are pushing you to share and chat up and talk up the things them, many times it's because you are their entertainment and they want to know your business so that them can laugh or them want to see you dash out yourself and go on with yourself so that them can get entertained, but they're not thinking about your well-being and they're not thinking about whether or not what you're saying is having an impact on anybody else around you. They just want the entertainment at their fingertips on their screens. A lot of times, subscribers and followers are the biggest troublemakers on the platforms Because when they see things kicking off, many of them do not try to quell the problem. They don't try to calm it down. They try to incense and they try to make you pull out of character. And we, as platform holders, need to know when it is that we are being strung along for entertainment purposes only. Well, you see, if you are the kind of person that will not take telling, then you will end up with a lot of yes people who will agree to whenever it is that you are misbehaving because they don't want you to tell them to clats. So when you come out and you're going with yourself and you cuss your husband and you cuss the husband best friend, they're not going to look on you and say, boy, YMK, maybe you should have talked to him off ear about it and not tell we. Them not gonna say that. Because them know if you are told to hold it, you're going to tell them about them parts and cuss them around them, and then they're going to feel excommunicated or they're going to get blocked. So you're going to end up with a lot of people who will present themselves as yes people, but off air, they will talk amongst themselves and say, mighty God, me wouldn't do that to my man. Or me wouldn't come tell people why him get arrested. And the moment me find out him get arrested, me that come off alive. A lot of them out here are hypocritical that way. Because it is entertainment at the end of the day. It's other people's business, it's not yours. So when it is that it's coming from Kia, who you may consider to be some kind of enemy or, somebody wanna like you from money. Because even just listening to her and the things what she say, you can tell that Kia never like you from time. I don't know. I know recent, I know just this situation. A long time Kia no like you. A long time Kia no like you. And it a come out in the things them what she say. Right? But because it's coming from her, you're going to look at it like it's a bad mind thing, it's a envy thing, and somebody a bad man for your followers and re. But when it's coming from anybody else, will you take it? That's the question. Will you listen? Now, you could listen and you could choose not to give one flying F because that's who you are and who you want to be, and this is how you entertain your crowd. This is how you pull your numbers, and that's probably what is more of a priority to you than anything else. But self-reflection is a part of growth and development. And you see, when it comes to, let me tell you something. I have gone through some drastic things in my life recently, and not one of uno excepting my closest know about it. And I will not share it with you because it's not your place to know. You understand? There are things that really and truly should be preserved for real life and not virtual life. Now, unless in real life your support system and support structure is not strong enough, you will tend to find people offloading personal issues on social media because they don't have the confidence, they don't have the guidance, the listening ear, the restful place where they can receive soothing and wisdom and guidance if they're stuck in a situation. So it's only those type of people you find will just come on social media and literally belch out everything that are going in at them guts. But if you have got that and you've got it outside of social media, you will not have a need to come onto the internet and tell people your pains, your woes, your upsets. Okay? That won't be your therapy. So when people see this in a social media personality, they're thinking that we are the only people that them can talk to. So them are go listen and them are go why you talk and them are go be there. Especially them say them like you and them support you. They're literally not going to tell you to stop telling them your business. You understand? So there's several layers to it. Those who would be more cautious and say, Chris, don't say nothing, don't talk, don't tell anybody anything, are going to be wary about saying something like that on the live for fear that they might get blocked, right? Because usually the response to something like that is, make the man talk, make him talk. When my graduates look at me and say, Kate, don't know, I listen. There's been times when I've come on here and I have let it rip on people when we cannot stand and cuss out them parts. And my graduates come from my life and said, Dookie, don't know. And me done. Me listen. Because them said to me, say, no, 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 draw brakes, stop. And I realized that these are the ones who have my best interest at heart. Because they don't want to see me go down that path. That's it, George. It is the devil's playground. You don't want the media to know about it. No. There are times when really and truly the media has to be removed from personal affairs. And that which Kia said is true. Okay? That part is true. I don't business about all the other stuff that she's talking about. I don't know anything about how YMK flies. I don't know anything about YMK's personal life with his husband and whether or not the husband wants him or not. I don't think that's my place to comment on somebody's marriage. At the end of the day, I saw Kazim putting on his husband's costume, getting ready for carnival, caring for him in that way. So hello, the man is still very much there for his Chris, and Chris is still very much there for his Kazim. I have to make him tea and all these nice things. Who am I to get involved in their marriage, right? Um, and to say who wants who and who don't want who. That is Kia's pong. That's what she's talking about. That's what she's using to drag him because that is where Kia will go, right? Throwing words, talking about you don't care and you have your purse and you this and that. That is just poking the bear. That's poking the bear. And if it is that YMK wants this kind of negative attention, he's a grown ass man. He must know. But which of you are going to be brave enough to actually tell him that when you present certain things out here, the enemy will chew on it as fat and they will use it against him? And those of you who truly care about him should be concerned about the fact that you're giving them fat to fry. I'm just saying. Of course, we know this. We know that Kia she tells a lot of pork pies. She does. She does, and she will manipulate things and she'll twist and she'll make it real bad. This is the point I'm trying to make. You don't go into a battle with somebody who's not going to fight fair. Do you understand? Unless you plan to get dirty yourself. You don't go into a battle with somebody who's not willing to fight fair. She now go fight fair. She's gonna go below the belt and she's gonna get downright nasty with it. She don't care. She don't care. Missy loyal followers on. Let me see this. On multiple platforms get cussed out when they tell influencers to chill. Yes, they do. So you keep on your fingers and exit the life when cussing starts. You see that nifty, and this is a flaw that a lot of us have. That we can't take telling, and it's like our platform is our space, and we're kings and queens of our platform. You understand? But yes, there's a way to do it. Obviously, if you're doing it disrespectfully, they probably will get more incensed. But people should be able to take on board this kind of advice and to listen. Maybe they have particular people that they would rather listen to, and then they'd rather not listen to just normal followers. They'd rather just listen to people who support, as in financially bank. You understand? Or people who they speak to off air. That's why I'm very particular in that all of my communication has to be electronic. I don't do phone calls with people. Voice notes are fine because some people are not good at the typing thing. I try to limit as much as possible contact with other people on a personal one to one basis. I have done work for some of my subscribers and followers who want graphic advice or how to set up a platform and stuff, and I do consultancy on the side. But that is a very professional meeting, and that's where it ends. You understand? Once the job is done, that's it. I'm not into the whole off air. You have my WhatsApp, I have your WhatsApp, I'm in your group, and all them kind of things. I don't do those. I don't do those things. I have my own groups. You understand? And everybody know about Inner John Shop. Inner John Shop has been around 4 years and will never fail. It will continue to go on. And I know everybody's face that's in that group, as in a real life. You understand? So there is a difference really about how things are done. With my food group, I don't care about that. Everybody's in that, right? And in that, I don't care what goes out, what comes in. That doesn't bother me at all. But you have to be thinking, you know, what do you put out there that is personal and close to who you are? And if that's used against you, how will you feel about it? If you don't care, then continue to dash. But if you do care and it bothers you to the point where you end up quarreling, cursing, or feeling angry about it, then stop doing it. Stop giving ammunition. You understand? It's not safe. Yeah, it isn't. Right? Let me see what Kerry said. What Kerry say? This must be uncomfortable for Kazim. Perhaps it is, or perhaps Kazim no husband. That's what I'm tell you. Say, sometimes we make these kind of assumptions based on stereotypes that we have of people in our heads. You understand? Um, and it may not necessarily be so. It may not necessarily be so. When you hear somebody who is a third party to a marriage speaking on whether or not somebody loves their partner, or if their partner is tired of them, or if them partner give them bone and all them kind of something there, and the people listen and a kiki. Have you ever thought that they have an open relationship and don't care? I'm just saying people have different dynamics and standards to their relationships that may not necessarily be yours. So while it is that we might be thinking, oh my God, is that what's going on? They may already know and not give a shit. I'm just saying that when it comes to man or woman, or man or man, or woman or woman, I got nothing to say. But in terms of oversharing on social media, there's a lesson there to be learned. And you can't be so up yourself that you can't take on board a very valuable criticism. When it is that it's something so close to home that it affects somebody that you love, that is your second half, perhaps think twice about oversharing, because that is what the enemies will use to tarnish your image, to drag your partner unnecessarily, right? Um, it's one thing to go, oh, this is my nice, sweet Bunononos man. And it's another thing to go, oh, my man going through this, and my man going through that, and my man I go through this, and my man I experience that. Yeah, if that person isn't speaking for themselves about their experience because they wish to share it, perhaps it's time to think about whether or not it ought to be shared. And, you know, also given the dynamics of social media and how things are set up, we all have virtual enemies out here, and those people will probably never stop being your enemy. Yes, and they are always looking for some kind of whip to beat you with. Yeah, they will always look for a whip to beat you with. So why give them not only the whip, but you give them the handle of the whip, and and you also give them the time slot that they can do the beating. You've got to be wiser to the ripple effect of certain bits of information going out there, and if it's shared publicly, then everything, expect everything, and not get bothered by it. Yeah. So yeah, I do agree with some of the things that Kia said. The rest of the stuff I don't care about, because that's Pong, and a Pong can go on any level. And anybody who understands how Trinidad Pong go, then will curse you stink. They will tell you about your ancestry, and it may not be true, but it sounds horrible, so they're gonna say it. But this proves that, um, let me see this comment. This proves Chris was telling the truth about the friend chatting Kazim, because if Kazim tell his friend something, how can know about it? Yeah, but who tell you that what can know are true? I'm just saying, but I don't know. And if that's the case, yeah, maybe remember that they're best friends, and best friends do talk, you know. So if Kazim is complaining about something to the best friend and then the best friend is leaking it somewhere else, then that's something that they need to work out, right? Because either way you take it, there's a whole lot of stuff going on that's not okay. I mean, I looked at the best friend's page and I saw that post that he put about the fact that men are replaceable. That's a horrible thing to say, right? Because how would anybody feel about somebody saying that their husband or their wife can replace them, and that friends are more valuable, you know? And I'm not saying that he doesn't have reason to say it. I'm just saying it's a horrible thing to say. Yes. And that in itself can also look like a friend trying to get in between two people who are married. So there are so many different perspectives that it can be observed from, and none of us who are not in the hot seat can actually explain who right, who wrong, or whatever. We're just on the outside looking in. We're just on the outside looking in. But I'm saying that where Chris is concerned, it is a very valid criticism. Those things, really and truly, you bring it to social media, they're going to use it as ammunition and they're going to drag you for it. It's going to go into several other camps that don't like you, and they're going to use it as ammunition. So it shouldn't be a surprise that this is happening. It shouldn't be a surprise at all, you know. And this is how social media is. That's how it work. That's how it work. You understand? Cause bring out the demons in people because they would tell you all what they don't know about you. Yes, exactly. Just be wise. That's all it is. What, Joanna? Listen, afraid of no Trinities. No, I would never enter into any cussing match with any Trini. I wouldn't. Right? No, no. It's just gonna be a fight. Let's just come. It's just gonna be a fight. Just forget, forget that. You understand? But all I'm saying is that, you know, sometimes when we hear these things, we our back goes up and it's like you're trying to take me down or you're trying to attack me, and you're trying to you bad mind me, or you don't like me and you deep down don't like me, and it's not always the case. Sometimes people are telling you these things because they like you. Sometimes people are telling you these things because they want to see you at your best, and they don't want to see you dragged, and they don't want to see you get attacked out here in cyber world because they think you're better than that. So it's not always about hate when somebody tells you something that they don't want to see you do or they don't like to see you do. And sometimes we just have to have the discerning spirit to pick up on which criticism is actually meant out of hate and which criticism is meant out of actual care and concern. Because we can't really say we love each other out here. We don't really know each other, right? But we may enjoy each other's content, and we may see potential in other people and different personalities. And we may want to see them as kind of like a blue flag example of what a Jamaican content creator is. And seeing them do certain things actually drags their brand through the mud. Like, okay, I saw a post that DMG responded to and said that it wasn't her and stuff like that. And you know, when I looked at that, I said to myself, but how you reach this so? How you reach this so? You understand? You're supposed to just over in America flourish how this come up. You understand? Certain things, it's like when you get to a certain level, mixing in that way, it just doesn't fit. You know, it's like did I even need a I don't know. It's just like, that's just me, but it's like certain things I don't pay attention to or respond to. No matter how much they call my name, no matter how much they try to even up, no matter I don't look. You understand? And even if I look, as in I see, I just don't acknowledge, or I literally don't call your name, but I still throw my stone, and if it lick, it lick. You understand? Because you're human at the end of the day. But sometimes it really is about when you elevate to a certain level and a certain standard in social media, certain things you have got to be clued up on. You have got to know you don't bother to do certain to and fro with certain types of people because you know you're going to get dragged, right? Um, and then worse, if somebody's been oversharing and information's going to get distorted and go to places it's not supposed to go, then say it's going to be a mess. So you avoid this altogether. It does not make you a coward if you avoid, because I've often said to people, silence does not always mean that you are afraid. Sometimes silence is actually the best response because you literally get to move on with your energy and focus on something else that is more productive for yourself, as opposed to getting stuck in the mud and the mire with people who really and truly just want you to go into the ring with them. They're looking for that opportunity. You don't give it to them. But some people are literally not able to step away and ignore. This is just not their personality type. Um, so what? Kia did say what? Say my nurse in England. I that she say. So Kia did do nursing. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but Kia says a lot of things, and I'm not going to bash Kia. As I said, her personality is fascinating. I've always liked listening to her, and I enjoy the Pong. Trini Pong is one of the best. You know what I'm saying? When Coscos are going, me we sit down and we listen to them. You understand? But um, essentially, it's just about this. You do not give your enemies ammunition. You always think, am I giving the enemies ammunition? Remember, you as a personality, Chris, you come out and you will go on with yourself, and when you accuse certain people, you will say all kind of things in reference to their past and stuff like that. So this is going to be something they're going to revel in and enjoy. They're going to enjoy it. Yeah, because they're going to be looking at it and going, so I'm over here, sir, tell me, say me a this, when they're going to want to believe and they're going to want to listen to everything that Kay is saying. And they're going to be like, so you can come tell me, say me a this and this time you are that. You know? Why put yourself in that kind of position? Now, an ultimatum has been offered about apologizing or else it's going to get worse. Is that what's going on? That is so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. 202 on the live and 75 likes. No, man. This isn't nice at all. Why would you do that to me, guys? Unless it's not a lot of graduates over here and I would put other people who just come for fast and hear what me have to say. Please to like up the live. All you have to do is double tap the screen or minimize and hit the thumbs up. Please and thank you. That is all we ask. All right. I'm gonna ask you over here so for sure about no money and going now in the pockets. All we ask is that you like up the live so you bounce up the algorithm. So yes, that is all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to move on the topic, because sometimes some of these things are not that deep, and it's how we react to it that makes it deeper than it really and truly is. It's not such a big deal. If people are of the opinion that it should not have been shared, you can't stop people from thinking that, right? Um, and if they see it as a reason to drag you, it's not a surprise either. So let's just be realistic and not beat around the bush when it comes to certain obvious things, because I'm unafraid. Yeah, because the only person I fear is God, not a soul else. You understand? I will say whatever I want to say because over here, sir, me run things. You see it? So it is what it is, right? So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. Um, so let me first of all go to this particular article. Let me pull it up. And it has to do with this artist here. See if I can find yes, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to share with you this young man who goes by the name of Leary. I don't know if you have seen this particular video, right? Have you seen this particular video? Um, it's called Respect by Leary. And when I tell you that this video is crazy, guys, it's absolutely crazy. So you see that little boy here, he's the actual artist. And I don't know if any of you have seen it. If you've seen it, can you please put a thumbs up? Um, Social media influencers love attention, but to be silent, fend off your victims. But I guess they answer to get views. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's about views and it's all about drumming up the traction. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. All I focus on is whether or not there's a lesson to be learned. Other than that, I don't care. I leave them to sort out their bangarang. You understand? That's the only comments I have to make on that. Just never give your enemies ammunition. So take a look at this. So I'm going to see if I can play it. I don't know if it will, if the sound will go through my computer to you guys. I'm hoping it doesn't, actually, for the purpose of the copyright. You understand? So I'm going to turn it down as low as possible. And I'm going to let you guys take a look at this. Can you see that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Yes? Now, if you didn't hear what that little boy said, okay, and if you didn't see what he did, he is in a music video. You can see that there is a grown ass woman who is cupping. She's having this little boy cup her buttocks, yes, and he's singing about that he hasn't got a problem taking somebody else's wife. And he's singing about as long as the skin is clean and the crotch is sanitized. Now, how old is this kid? This is a child, okay? And if you haven't seen this video, you can go and have a look. It is on his channel, Leary. It's called Respect. So, um, yes, you better believe it. This is a child. So, there was an article in the Jamaica Gleaner that came out um, about the song. And in the article, they are basically complaining and saying that this little boy, he needs to be investigated. Yes, you heard and saw. It's horrible. So which country? Jamaica. It's a Jamaican artist. Leary is a Jamaican artist. Can you guys hear the sound? Let me see. Hold on. See if you can. I'm gonna tell people to stop watching. So you see that man here? You see this guy? Let me see if we can pull it up a little bit more. Hold on. You see this guy here? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can capture this guy that's in the actual video. I'm gonna pull it up some more. Hold on. This guy here. I'm trying to pull it up because I really want you to capture to see this guy. Hold up. This guy here that said detention. Hold on. Pull it up some more. This one. You see this guy? You don't hear anything. Okay, good. I'm glad the sound isn't playing because I don't want the sound to play. But you see this guy here? This guy? That's his dad. This guy here is his dad. Yeah? His dad's in his video. His dad's the one that's pushing his music career. And his dad is the one that's behind him, taking him to the studio, all of that kind of stuff. He's very proud of his son. Very, very proud of his son. So anyway, the article that came out. It's titled Wrong Song. So, an advocacy group demands probe into possible violation of child protection laws amid criticism of teen artist's trending music video. Um, a trending and controversial music video featuring a schoolboy and disturbing imagery and lyrics has drawn backlash from a local children's advocacy group, which has described the video and lyrics as appalling and startling, and is calling for the authorities to carry out an immediate investigation. The organization is also calling for steps to be taken to have the video removed from various social media platforms. The video, which has drawn criticism for its depiction of explicit, you know, content, scamming, inappropriate interactions between minors as well as with an adult, is currently number one on YouTube trending music and has racked up close to 900,000 views in 9 days and more than 1 million views on TikTok. The song is titled Respect, was written and performed by a 15-year-old boy who goes by the name Leary and attends a St. Anne High School where a portion of the video was shot. I'm wanting you to listen to the crap. Just listen to all the BS. We're not just talking about the fact that the father, yeah, is in the video with his 15-year-old grabbing buttocks. We're also talking about the fact that part of this inappropriate video was filmed at the school. Filmed at the school. So no doubt with the school's permission. Leary was seen dressed in his uniform, performing parts of the song while surrounded by other students also similarly dressed. Since the airing of the video, many have hailed the young performer as being very talented, which he is. Undeniable. He is. If you go and listen to it, if he wrote that, he is talented, okay? With high prospects for the future, while others have expressed dissatisfaction and alarm at the content of the song and the video. Good artist, wrong song, one commenter said. Another posted, I don't know if I should be impressed or horrified. I would say mortified, mate. In her reaction to the video, spokesperson for Hear the Children's Cry, Priscilla Doheny, said, it was quite appalling, startling, and definitely disappointing to see this kind of imagery that is being promoted, the song, the lyric itself, and just the participants within the video, both adults and children, being well engaged. Here at Hear the Children's Cry, we are literally crying out for our youth, and it seems very dim for our future and our young people, she added. She raised concerns about the possible violations of several child protection laws. You don't say. You don't bloody say. Of course. Several child protection laws have been breached in that one video, including Child Care and Protection Act, the SO Act, and the Child PORN OGRAPHY Prevention Act, based on the video's content and suggestive behavior displayed. When we listen to the lyrics and see what is being promoted in the video, we are seeing several issues and social ills of the society, which is the content of an adult intimate nature among the youth. So there are several problems going on here, and I'm just gonna let you know what the lyrics says because that's so important, equally so important. Let's see if it will allow me the transcript here. Okay, so the transcript is there. All right, and hold on, let me see if it will let me scroll up. Will it let me scroll up or not? So he's talking about chop on line. He's talking about women being tight. Yeah, he's talking about that, right? Oh my gosh, when I tell you, it's gonna pick up on what it can. Look at this. Look at this language. Yeah, just look at this. Yes, this is the kind of thing that is in this young man's lyrics. Talking about chopping the line, right? It is just absolutely crazy. If I skip to the end of the video, then I can get the full lyrics. Let me skip all the way to the end. and stop there, right? And then we can get a bit more of what's been said. Hold on. But he talks about the fact that the wife's he will take a man's wife and he doesn't have a problem doing it if as long as her skin's clean and her crotch is sanitized. And I was like, what? What's he talking about? What is he talking about? What does he know about stuff like that? Right? Why is it that we have a child saying those kind of things? I think poor YouTube struggled with the transcripts. I was hoping that it would show me a bit more. What does this little boy know about things like this? Hmm? Hey, and funny enough, I'm from St. Anne. His dad is a selfish and arrogant person, forcing the child's dreams in a derogatory way. Now, I tell you what would have happened if this was big foreign. For one thing, child protection services would have been on their doorstep in a matter of moments. Okay? You would have had social workers knocking on your door. First of all, he would have been collected from school the next school day. The school would have been met with social workers who would have taken that child into custody, yes, where he would have been interviewed and all of that to find out who has been grooming him to actually have this kind of song on social media and give it authority. That parents would have been charged with childhood neglect and grooming. Yes, that's what would have happened. This is exploitative behavior. There is no way any parent should have given a thumbs up for their 15-year-old son to be thinking or singing about, rather, on a social media platform, intimacy with an adult woman and intimacy of that kind of nature. And to be grabbing up woman parts. Instead, you have to wait for organizations like Mr. Haney's to come out to talk about how important it is to curb the mentality in order to manage and protect children. Why are we waiting on institutions like this, third party organizations, to come out and talk about this? Why is it that the institutions that are set up for child protection are not immediately responding? This is how Jamaica is extremely slack. This is how Jamaica is extremely slack. It shouldn't be coming from no voluntary sector organization. No NGO not supposed to come out and talk about this. This should have been a matter of the moment it was picked up on. That child should have been in social services hands, child protection hands. That parent should have been dragged by the system straight away. For how dare you give this permission to a minor? He's not at the age of consent. He ain't 16. He's 15. Actually, Nias, it isn't. It isn't. Let me just explain something to you. We have often seen videos, yes, of kids a wind up on some big woman and big woman a fling up themselves on picnic. We see that in the ghetto. We see that in certain kind of dancehall clips and stuff like that. And people think it's funny. We see it in shorts on reels, in TikTok, and people think it's funny. Like, what you little boy, I'm gonna big man, and na 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 na. And actually, it is predatory behavior. But to say that it's a part of the industry, it's not necessarily the case. You don't normally see music videos with kids. You don't normally see that. This is a first of its nature. That's why it's gone viral. That's why so many people are watching it because them can't believe it. There's even a short where a young man's done a parody with it, a comedic parody where he's listening to the little boy sing and he's like, "Wait, hold on, little youth, your parents know say you sing this," and the little boy refers to the same man and goes, "See my father there," and the father say, yeah man, everything all right." Shouldn't be so brazen. It shouldn't be so brazen that the parent is going, "Yeah man, it's all right," and don't care. How in goodness name is it okay us as Jamaicans to sit and watch this little boy a grab up a big woman rump and Nobody's nobody's intervening. And then now we're going to turn around and we're going to end up with a young man whose level of emotional maturity when it comes to intimate relationships is so underdeveloped because it's overexposed, so it's going to be underdeveloped, right? And then when he comes to adult stage and he's dealing with females in his age group, they become objectified, or he becomes, perverse in how he deals with women. Him start desire only older women. I'm only kicks that. All kind of things. I gotta go on. You see what I say? All kind of things are gotta go on. Maybe we need to really start to address the hypermasculinity issue too. Maybe we do. He and his parents should be interrogated. Jamaica is lawless. Right now, we have no form of governance. It's extremely sad. It's extremely sad. And yet, Andrew Holness will have people go, police or soldier go and drag up somebody who dares to tell Andrew Holness to go and suck his mother. You understand? They're going to get arrested. But yet, we got these on social media demonstrating predatory behavior towards kids, and absolutely nothing will come of it because it's entertainment and it's dancehall and it's a ghetto kid. Eileen, what do you mean it's just a song? Oh my God. What do you mean by that? Explain yourself. What do you mean it is just a song? Oh my God. So you think that it is okay for a little boy to be singing about Imoteka man wife as long as our skin clean and our crotch sanitized? Explain yourself. You think it's okay for a 15-year-old to be in a video, in a music video, with a fully grown woman cupping her backside? What do you mean it is just a song? There's no such thing as just a song. Every song delivers a message. So I do not understand what you mean by it is just a song. It is more than just a song. It's a music video. It's a whole ass music video with a child acting inappropriately. What do you mean it's just a song? If the song was sung by an adult, do you think that we would be sat here talking about it? Hmm? Do you think that we would be sat here talking about it if it was an adult that was doing this? We wouldn't have nothing to say. So I'm trying to understand where you are coming from. Feel free to actually explain yourself. What kind of father doing that plus the school not have no rules? This is the thing. It's gonna be on the school grounds. It's going to be, filmed at the school partly. And you see, this is the thing. We as a society, we have become so complacent to accept slackness. We have become so comfortable with slackness that it has become a normality. It has become a normality. And when you have little boys like this that grow up into CDDs, that start to then become the older prey because they're used to older and much younger intimacy. So now they become the older, they now want the younger. We wonder where it's coming from. When we over sexualize our youth, we don't see a problem with it because it's a boy picnic, especially. It's like, boys get a pass. I'm pretty certain if this was a little girl of 15 and it was some 40-odd-year-old man who was cupping her backside while she was singing dirty lyrics, everybody would have been up in arms. Everybody would have been up in arms. You understand? You see, over here, we're not sheep, We see and think deeper than the average person. So we're not going to look at something and say it's just a song. Songs deliver serious messages. Why do you think Bob Marley's lyrics are literally global? It's not just a song, it's what the song represents. So no, I don't accept it's just a song. There is so much more to a song when it delivers a message, particularly when it comes to a message of basically promiscuous behavior coming from a school-aged kid performed in his school uniform, blatant disrespect, and on the school grounds. And social services has not intervened. So my name Arlene probably know them. You understand? Why she afraid? No, because I step on them. But this is not going to end here. I'm pretty certain that there's going to be consequences for it. Exactly. It's not just a song. If that's the approach, then the gospel songs Christians listen to would be pointless to their salvation. Thank you. Thank you. You understand? Exactly so. This is the reason why. Let me see this one here. This is the reason why so much female singers have so much problems with male artists in the industry. Thank you. And people ask all the time, how do we fix this? How do we get to how this came to being? But yet when you highlight it for them, then you get responses like Arlene's, it's just a song. Right? It doesn't work like that, love. It doesn't. It does not work like that. And the thing is that we grow up in communities where music is always ever present in the background, and within the communities where the heart of the music is, there are children mingling with adults, dancing out in the streets, right? Going to parties where adults mostly are watching, adults bump and grind against each other, dagger, all of that kind of thing, and getting full exposure to a really hypersexualized environment. And then they walk away from that, and you think you still have innocent children who should just do children's things. And while it is that I absolutely love dancehall, I think time and place and recognizing that you've got a very talented son, purge his lyrics so that his lyrics are age appropriate, encourage him to actually write lyrics that are relevant to his age group and his youth, yes, but within limits so that they're not focusing on this kind of sordid affair that is far too adult for him. And I'm pretty certain it's not going to be a case of social service is going to take his kid, but he needs guidance. And this is failed parenting displayed right in front of your eyes. And all people are going to be saying, but yes, the man are push him youth and holy father out there, no, even push them youth and Ray and, big up the father there because the father there do the things them and a holy father now look upon them pitney and at least him see a talent in them youth and Ray. But yes, daddy, all of that is true. But daddy, bill him talent, yes. But give him little guidance so that him lyrics them don't sound like this and don't reflect this kind of stuff. Because it's not okay. You understand? It's not okay. Music has memory. I love that line. That's such a good line. That's such a good line. Is it because you've got poet in your name why you sound so poetic? That is an excellent line. Music has memory. Absolutely brilliant. And, for the record, if it is that it was only music, the Jamaica Gleaner would not see it fit to actually do a whole article on it. So let's just get that completely clear. All right. So somebody had asked a question, another article that I wanted to address. I can stop sharing now. Somebody had asked a question about immigration matters when it comes to marital status affecting the visa filing process. And I found the answer to it, and I wanted to make sure I shared that with my graduates. Okay. So this is an article where somebody had written in to talk about the fact that they had been filed for, they got married, but they're now divorced. And they're not sure if it's going to affect the filing process, right? So my sister filed for me when I was married, but I am now divorced. How will this affect my filing process? My visitor's visa will be expiring soon, and I would like to renew it using my maiden name. Will this affect my visa renewal? So the response from the attorney was, in some categories of U.S. immigration petitions, it matters if the beneficiary is single or married. In specific categories, the petition gets moved to another category. It gets voided or it stays the same. If a U.S. citizen files a petition for their unmarried son or daughter, that petition is placed in the F1 preference category. However, if the beneficiary son or daughter gets married, the petition then moves to the F3 preference category. The act of the beneficiary of an F1 petition marrying while the petition is pending increases the wait for a visa to become available from 9.5 years to 14.5 years in F3 as of March 2025. If a green card holder files a petition for their unmarried son or daughter, and that beneficiary's son or daughter marries while the parent is still a permanent resident, that petition is voided. A green card holder cannot file a petition for a married son or daughter. So, on the other hand, in the category of a U.S. citizen, son or daughter filing for a parent, and that parent marries or divorces during the process, it has no bearing on the parent's eligibility for a green card. The same rule applies in the sibling category that you are in. It does not matter if you are married, single, or divorced. It has no impact on your filing process. The only factor that will matter is that whichever spouse you are legally married to at the time of the final visa processing can accompany you to the United States as a derivative beneficiary. So if you started the process with one spouse, divorced and married someone else, it is the new spouse who will be migrating with you to America. So pay attention to that, okay? Because somebody had asked. So how were they beating down Spice? Let me see this comment. How are they beating down Spice? So this music is okay in the school. Hey, you wanna see the hypocrisy, Pauline? Pauline, you see how them hypocritical? Hmm? Yes, sister, them are hypocritical, Maka. How were they beating down Spice? This child is doing all this, but it's okay. It's just a song. But Spice go sing her song and I talk about hell no. And golden shower and these things. And everybody come down and tumble on past Spice. Yes, this one I talk about sanitized crotch. And it alright. Uno, me not understand Uno at all. I don't understand Uno. Not at all, at all, at all. So mega end with this situation, because me don't know how to answer this. Sometimes, guys, I get these messages in my inbox, people. And when we get them, me just have to either roll my eye or turn the other way or just bring it to Uno and see if you guys can actually solve this situation. So let me pull it up. I put it on my Facebook so that I wouldn't lose it. So there was an article in the Jamaica Star. It was an editorial, actually. It was a Dear Pastor article. And this article actually inspired this individual to reach out to me in my inbox, saying that she's going through a similar thing. So, in case you can, oh no, I'm not going to show it because I think the words might flag. So, the article that it's in response to is when the wife says that the husband's dingaling is too small, okay? And the husband is basically writing to the pastor to say that, he doesn't understand how the wife is saying that he's too small because his previous girlfriend did not complain, and that he has even had a child via the previous partner and he don't know what's going on. Concerned, how can he fix this? What's wrong with him? So that was the article in the Star. So the person reached out to me. Hold on. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Okay, I don't mean to laugh. Honestly, I don't. But me don't really know if I answer it. And when me see them something, I do a laugh. Me can't help it. So the person wrote to me and said, "Hi HDK. So I read an article in the Star and I felt the need to reach out to you because the same thing is happening to me. I want to know what to do because my husband is a good man, but he can never make me satisfied. Every time we do anything is like I cannot feel him at all. And no, I am not a big girl. I had only 3 partners in life and he is the second." I was like, "What? What does she mean? He's the second?" She said, "That's right, he is the second. I tried so much We have done toys. Him eat the mackerel. Nothing works. So I found me a sideman, and he works in my area as a gardener. He's a nice looking man in his 30s, but he is he is well built. I suppose I'm trying to use the language that now gonna get me, flagged. He's well built. So that's how I know it's not me. I don't want to leave my husband, but this guy does it every time. My husband is a loving and caring man, and I am tired of complaining and tired of giving him bone. How can I fix this? Graduates want to help her. It's not funny. It's not funny. Want to help her because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I told her that I'm going to ask my graduates because I don't know what to say. What am I going to say to that? Please and truly, somebody help me. I don't know what to say to it. If somebody wants to come and give some advice, I'm going to drop one link in our chat because seriously, I just can't. I don't know how to answer this because at first, right, when she wrote this, I said, "Well, hello, maybe he needs to eat," and and then she goes, he do that and it's not good." And I'm like, "Who doesn't eat well?" How hard is it to eat? Yeah, so somebody says spice up the bedroom, nothing to fix. She has already no, but the thing is that she's feeling guilty though. She's feeling guilty. She's saying she's feeling guilty about the bun. She says she's giving the bun, but she's feeling guilty about it because the man is actually a good man. It's not like say the man is a terrible man. The man is one good man, and she don't want to keep doing it. You understand? So if any of you guys, know, have some advice for this woman because I don't really know what to tell her to do because it sounds to me that she's literally trying everything, and she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to leave Mr. Sar. She wants to stay with Mr. Sar, but she's saying, Mr. Sar, let me tell you something. Okay? I'm going to give you some advice. Intimacy is about connection. It's not just about, some man literally feels that them have to dagan, them have to go on with themselves or them, whatever. It's about connection. And maybe what's happening is that you and your partner are not spending enough time connecting with each other. She said she in our chat. She just messaged me, said she in our chat. Maybe you and your partner, exactly, yes, this is a good idea, are not spending time to connect with each other, to get to know each other on an intimate level. It's important that partners explore each other's physical sides to the full capacity, to know exactly where your little weak spots are, to know exactly what makes what turns on the switch. Yes. Where it gets warmer, where it gets colder, that kind of thing. Play that little game with your partner. It's getting warmer, it's getting colder. Let him touch you in different ways, and you'll be able to tell him, because maybe him just need you to tell him. And him don't know him a do him thing where him understand from him previous experience them. And that probably worked for the previous woman, but for you it don't work. You understand? And when it comes to the size thing, I really don't think it has everything to do with size. I suppose some women it have to be a size thing, but some women, them can work with whatever them work with. And there are other ways for a lady to actually get to that point. It doesn't have to be about that. You understand? They need to have a conversation. Yes, she wants to do what Tammy say? Me can't bother, Tammy say she want the pipe connection, ma'am. Me can't bother. She want the pipe connection. Yeah, maybe is that it touched now reach. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is. Let me what is she typing? Hold on. she says she says that a big part of the problem is she cannot feel him down there, but she can feel the other guy. So really and truly, he's inadequate. So Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So, how big actually is he? What's the size? I didn't ask her that before, no. I didn't ask her that before. I didn't ask her. You know what I hear? No, sir. What do I hear? She said 5, 5 inches, 5 inches teeth. Is the exact word she typed. 5 inches teeth. Oh my God. Okay, well that's a bit small still. That's a thumper. That little. Listen. Okay, he's 5. Let's try and find a way to work with the 5 because you love the guy. And did you not try this out before you got married? Like, didn't you know that he was 5? Why is it that you only just discovering that he's 5? I don't think that's fair. Do you understand? I don't think that's fair because you went through the process. She's saying that okay, so they were never intimate before marriage. They would fool around, touch each other, but it never got to the point of doing the full act. And just the way he used to wear his trousers and stuff, it didn't feel particularly small. Why? Somebody say here, sometimes size don't matter, it's how the man applies the other stuff. And it's still important because a lady who is with a soldier keep complaining. The lady said he's very small and he keep dropping out. She said she tired of it and leave him. Yes, it looked like said that is what is happening. But mama, okay, for some women, yeah, the entering is very very important. Okay, for other women, the man in the boat is what does it. So if you are the kind of woman where this is very important and the man in the boat can just chill, right? Then you are not going to be happy and you're not going to be satisfied. And if you are the kind of person that it has to be an essential part of your relationship, then it is going to continuously cause problems. What is not fair is that you have a good person and then you are cheating on him for something that biologically he cannot help. Now, have you considered that there are certain things that your husband can do to help to increase the size? So they have got pumps, okay, where you can pump it and it becomes engorged. I did a little research because you know I'm a blogger. I got to research everything, especially when people bring me stuff like this. So you pump it and it becomes engorged, which means that the blood flows to the thing, yes, and it makes it even bigger. Try that, and you may get a bit of an extra inch or so. I'm just saying, 6 inch can work. Okay, sometimes size don't matter. Yeah. So okay, now I don't know. Yes, so somebody said this. This is very important. This is very important because sometimes the anticipation and stuff, because you said that you basically used to have, touching sessions, heavy petting, whatever, and all of that used to be enough to turn you on to the point where you want to marry the man. So he must have some use in this area, as this person is saying, that is the build up to the final thing. You see what me I say? That's a mom's bag pussy in her bag. Love sounding terrible. Yes, that's why, in a way, I gotta see. I gotta test. I gotta make sure it's a perfect fit. I'm sorry. I can't just do this. But hey, I think that this lady also has some Christian principles going on, right? But I think that okay, now we're on to something, guys. She said that foreplay is very short. That is a big problem. That is a big problem. That's why I said you guys need to explore each other's bodies and you need to do a lot more touching. Touching is very important. You need to figure out which parts of your body stimulate, and you need to do a lot more of that. Making sure that each other's bodies are fully explored. You know what your partner likes and he knows what you likes. And do that game I told you, right? Warmer and colder. So he knows what to keep doing more of and what to do less of. And if you keep doing that, by the time you look, he fully knows how to make you get there. You understand? Yes. Oh my God, I swear to God, people, the things that I experience on social media, that's why social media will always win, because something always a go on, something always a keep. Right? You must never ever buy pussy in a bag. You have to see what you work with, ladies. Never get yourself in this kind of position. You have to see what you work with. You understand? And if it is that you are Christian, so you can't, you can't try something out. Sorry, but marriage is a man-made construct, and once you're committed to somebody, they're gonna get married to them. Hello, work it with your hand and make sure it work. Use your hands. Yes, yes. Use your hand. Use your hand. Yes. Make sure it work. Make sure it rise, and make sure it work. You can then fully assess everything that you are dealing with before you end up going down the aisle with this individual. You know, if you go in anywhere, but make sure it work. It starts before. Yeah, that's really important. Like I said, it's also about connection because women are different. We're not just like look at you and want to all the time. That does happen, but it's not all the time. Most times it's about um that connection, spending time together, making that man needs to make you laugh. He has to stimulate your brain in some way, give you conversation that makes you want to engage, or he make you laugh, or both. You understand? Take you on new experiences, take you out on a date, romance you, whatever it is that floats your boat. Go dancing, anything that will build that connection, to the point where by the time you're done, you really want to, and the anticipation and the build up is enough. And then taking your time to get you close to the point before he does the act, you should definitely have a good time. Happy ending. Anyway, guys, big up your nice queen self. Thank you so much for attending a touch of class with HDK. I never know what the hell I'm going to discuss sometimes when you people send me these things. Well, big up in a nice queen self. Like up the live. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and double click that bell in case I go live or upload new content. Patricia said that's pussy in a bag. Oh. Yeah, we're not having that. No pussy in a bag over here. All right. Talk to you guys later. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I am out. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.